Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more VS Gaming action. And we're going to start things off here with a little bit of a recap of the day so far. Starting off with the previous encounter, I guess is only fair, since I also have a nice new statistic for you all. So 95, let's just call it 96% of you all felt that Bravado were going to win, and this time you were right. And unfortunately, that means I can't be, enjoy you all being wrong. But I think there's a brave 4%. I feel that there's some staunch APG fans out there, so hopefully in the lower brackets they'll do you proud. And I also have an announcement that Paul Turon has won himself a StatTrak Desert Eagle Commuter Dragon. It's a Desert Eagle. Now I want that one.
Well, as I said, I'll just link my Steam URL and then you can just give it to me.
If you give it to Recoil, I will find you. just a warning. And Recoil's got a big guy as well, so you may not realize, but I'm big too.
Well,
so, yeah, it'll it might probably wait in badly at all. I'll just end up apologizing for my poor jokes.
We just hug people.
Pretty much. Are you a hugger?
A little bit of a hugger.
I'm also a bit of a hugger.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like, especially when you see something like third time, that's like hug time. I think how many times have I seen you in person now? Twice?
Twice? This is second.
Yeah, so
technically tomorrow is third. So
so tomorrow you may be gifted the joy of seeing Recoil and I hug.
Maybe. We'll see.
We already hug, so.
Yeah, more than once.
Yeah, that's
it's lost us novelty.
I feel a bit jealous, I'm not going to lie.
Well, you just have to wait till day 3, or time 3. So next event, actually.
Next event.
Okay. Yeah, so otherwise, just once again, going back on track of the day so far, in case you missed it, if you're a late riser and have only just joined us, the first match today, which I believe ended 16-2, you said, Recoil?
Yeah, 16-2. Energy started off 16-2 half. Sorry, 13-2 half.
Very impressive.
Yeah, it would have been a very impressive half. 13-2 half, and then they ended 16-2.
Right. Yeah. So obviously against Southern 5, who were the wild card winners.
Yeah, they came through the wild card. I mean, it was a hard, a hard fought game by Ian, and it was unfortunate. It was first seed against last seed.
Yeah.
So there's the results to show.
Could have been Bravado versus Ian, though. That would have been.
It could have been. That would have been exciting. Yeah. First game of the day.
It might have also been better for Southern 5, maybe. Like it's not good for your confidence to go up against the best team and then get crushed. Probably APG's one will feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel good to lose that badly in the first day. It kind of messes with you, screws with the psychology, and going for more deeper into the tournament, especially in the lower bracket, you're not that confident in your own ability anymore. But if you play someone a bit closer, but then you lose. Let's say you lose, instead of losing 16-3, you lose 16-9.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we lost, but there's still some things we can fix. Because I think if an opponent is too far ahead of you, then you're not always really sure why you lost. You just know they were that much ahead of you. You don't know if you lost because of strategy, whether you were out-aimed, whether you were just figured out. So it's a lot more difficult to figure out how to improve.
Well, I mean, we were having a chat to a couple of the guys from APG, and they were saying, no, they're just going to go back, watch the VOD, see where they went wrong and try and improve. And, I mean, it doesn't look like it's shaken them that hard. I think they're going to go back, look at where they can improve, and then come back stronger tomorrow, I think.
So the next match of the day, of course, was WG versus DC.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: DC actually falling to WG in what is probably our pick. It's our pick of the match. Matches so far.
Definitely match of the day so far.
I don't suppose you have the score for that, Recoil.
16-14.
I like you. Good.
Although
that's kind of an easy one to remember now. But yeah, 16-14 to WG. A pretty fantastic game. So it actually was also a bit of a comeback. If I'm not mistaken, WG was 0-5 down in the first half.
Yes. So just a little bit for the guys that didn't watch, obviously. WRG were down 0-5, and they came back into the half. They ended 10-5. Second half of the game, they just came out guns blazing, won 6 rounds in a row, and then from there it was just tit for tat, sort of, and they came out on top in the end.
So obviously, congratulations to them. They're obviously going to do very well. And I think moving ahead, we can decide what is their reward. Who do they get to play? Ian?
Oh, reward. Interesting word to use. They get to play Ian, I'm not sure that much of a reward. But you have to play them eventually, right? I don't think any team who expects to win this event can avoid playing Ian or BVD. So if it has to happen, it has to happen. At least let it happen before the finals. Because if you lose, there's another chance to come back. But then it would suck to lose in the final, and then that's it. You're only second, and there's nothing better you can do about it.
I think as well as beer one. I mean, if you're gonna if you want to play one of these sides that you expect to be top finishers in the tournament, rather play them in the beer one. As if you're an underdog.
Well,
I mean, that one critical win, send them packing, and obviously each time you do that, it put you much higher up in the final position, the final standings. So, you know, there's money in the line for all the teams, not just the first place finishers that walk away with everything. So every single win you get is important. So why not beat Ian in a BO1?
I mean, if you beat Ian in a BO1, you're guaranteed top 3. Pretty nice feeling.
Yeah,
no, guaranteed top 4. Yeah,
top four. Yeah.
Still,
I mean, it is. Yeah, it's a good feeling. I mean, it will be a tough game for them. I think. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a tough one.
Yeah.
But you know, if they were playing well in the second half of that game. They came back very, very strong, and they were just working really, really well as a team. So if we see that, maybe they have a good chance.
I think if they don't have the same sort of shaky start that they had against DC, I mean, you know, maybe.
Yeah.
But you know, talking to some of the players, there's the general consensus downstairs is that Energy are going to take this one quite comfortably. But let's see if WG are going to put up with that sort of shenanigans, or if they're going to go out swing, or even go forward swing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's obviously their next matchup. But what else do we have? Obviously, we have our next matchup now, which is xD versus xD, but we'll cover that a bit later. Who does the winner and loser of this matchup play?
So the winner goes up against BVD.
Enjoy.
Great reward.
Yeah.
Good times. And then the loser of this goes up against, not DC, against APG. So given that APG didn't necessarily have the best start to the tournament, right, I would imagine that anybody who loses this doesn't necessarily feel the worst going into that APG matchup. But at the same time, we saw a lot of signs of life from APG.
Yeah.
And the fact that, to me, like watching that last game between BVD and APG, it seems like it only really went off the rails after around round 12 or something.
Yeah.
After that, when it really went downhill.
Yeah.
But before that, it was actually relatively close. They were handling it. So against a lower caliber team, like a team that's already in a loser bracket, that hasn't won against one of the better teams, perhaps they actually have a better chance of actually fighting back against them. So I don't think like XD, whoever winning or losing is the next match is not fun for anybody in this matchup. It's not going to be an easy ride either way.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be a fun one. But yeah, all said and done, I think APG, although the scoreline doesn't show it, there were a good couple of close rounds, and they didn't, they didn't look that weak, as you said, until about round 12. So yeah.
Right. So moving right along, I think we'll have some fluff here just before we start talking about the important stuff. It's time to introduce our latest member of the panel. It's Snuggles the panda.
Well,
The twerking panda.
Yeah. What?
Did the panda also get a little
the whole twerking
lower
thing?
thirds?
There we go. There we go.
We need lower thirds for the panda.
Turn them around.
There we go.
There we go. Hello, stream.
So yeah, you know why I'm glad the panda's here?
Huh?
What was that?
Because you don't get pandas in CS:GO. But
You
another
don't.
game that we play, you do get pandas.
Yeah. What's up with that, man?
Can we not talk about that game?
We need a panda skin for some of the guns. I think that would be pretty cool.
A panda
What's a
skin.
player? A
for
player
a
running
gun.
around as a panda.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's just not going to work. That's just, I mean, maybe one day they'll change the chickens to pandas, but then, CSGO
You have
loses
just blown my
100% of its
mind.
popularity.
I think that they would never sell that game in China ever again.
Yeah. But the thing like gravy, you get the pandas to follow you around in game. What a treat. We get,
Yeah, well, it would be good. Maybe they could have done it for Chinese New Year. They could have made pandas instead of chickens, but they didn't.
But they didn't.
No,
sadly.
unfortunately.
Yeah. They didn't even give us panda costumes, but I mean, we could have a new game mode, pandas versus poachers.
Pandas versus, I think that's a
dark.
controversial
It's like dark
subject
powers.
to be honest. Too soon. Too soon.
yeah. Thanks. I think that's Snare's a contribution to not to being against. He's definitely voting for the. I mean, actually, if you think about counter-terrorists versus terrorists are really bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's not go. No, leave the pandas alone.
Leave the pandas alone.
Look,
They're
how
happy.
cute he is.
He's a pretty cute panda.
Yeah, he's a cute guy. He just wants to eat some
Cuddle
bamboo.
him. I
and
think
give
he
hugs.
looks like he needs a hug.
He does, and roll around because they do that. Cute animals. Come on. So interestingly, we do also have another player interview. I know how much we enjoy them.
We
Yes.
enjoy
I
them so
mean,
much.
They're one of our favorite things. So we'll jump to that in just a second. In fact, yeah, let's get straight stuck into it. Actually,
Straight stuck into it.
Yeah, straight stuck into it. That's gonna be a phrase soon.
Straight stuck
That's
into
gonna
it?
be a meme. That's what that's gonna be.
That's the meme. There we go.
So without further ado, let's get straight stuck into it.
Welcome to Smack Talk. With me in this very, very safe environment, we have Panda from xTc Gaming and we have King from xD. two teams that are very, very difficult to spell in their own right. Guys, I know that there's a little bit of rivalry between you two. As I mentioned, this is a safe space, so you guys are free and welcome to express how you are feeling and what your thoughts are towards each other. Let's keep it clean, but again, this is Smack Talk.
I just wanted to say I think it's nice that VS Gaming is introducing amateur teams into the competitions nowadays. Gives you guys a chance to, get out there. I'll sign your profile afterwards as well.
It's a nice try, but how does it actually feel to never have performed well on LAN?
That was a slice.
Do you guys want to hug it out? Can we?
I'll give Connor a hug, always.
Hug it out? We'll see you guys.
Okay, I gotta know, guys. Recall suffering. Just get out of your systems. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck in that awkward breathing laugh.
Yeah, that is the awkward. I mean, anyone who's gamed a lot with me, if something sets me off, it's tough to.
You're crying, Frank.
It's good.
That was really funny.
That was really good.
Not me. This is one of him. He's one crying at the moment. Right.
I think that's probably the best. The reason a lot of us keep coming back to these games, as angry as they make us, right? There's something about when someone talks smack, right? Nothing. Now you want to play. Like no matter how bad the game was going, now it's like, oh, okay, you think you can say that? Fine. You can get away with it.
Everything's been said. I mean.
So, who won though? Who won the Smack Talk?
xTc. I
XD,
mean,
man.
No, that
XD.
amateur comment, that was good.
Yeah,
man.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
xTc,
with Rico on this
like,
one.
The amateur comment is hot, right?
1-0 definitely.
Okay, but think about the context. If we're on LAN and I'm saying to you, you never do well on LAN, that's.
I thought it was a bit weak, to be honest.
But it was also kind of true, which is what makes it a
Are
good
you suggesting
bar.
that xTc don't do well in that?
I'm suggesting some true things were said by an XD player.
Right.
I'm not saying anything.
But they were
there
true.
goes
You are
5
agreeing with them.
There
Hey,
goes
man.
5 Twitter followers right there.
It's just gonna be great when Snare gets back to the hotel. It's been a rough day, guys. Just kick my shoes off, get back in. Let's see how Twitter's going. 0 followers.
Yeah, man. I won an XTC shirt at the last event. I think I might have just lost it.
Yeah,
maybe, I
they
think
haven't actually handed it over to you yet, have they?
No, they haven't.
Yeah, because we're going to give it to you at this event.
Probably
so
in the fire right now.
the
no.
XD have reclaimed it. Just
They've not
thank you
given
so
me-
much. But we'll be giving this. We'll be sharing, cutting in half, sharing to the guys who agreed with
Yeah,
our
I
Smack
think
Talk.
so.
Oh man, I feel so bad. But
You
what?
should feel bad, meanie. Panda agrees.
Panda agrees, yeah.
Panda's
If
on my
Panda
side.
agrees. No, certainly
Well, funny is Panda, and there's a PND that plays for.
There's a PND that
XT,
plays for XTC, and I'm glad to see that PND is here actually because
Yeah,
there's he's been away, some up and down situations between XTC, so I'm glad he's here. It seems like there's more stability in the team.
Yeah.
What we will hope to see, because I was talking to a couple of players and no one's really sure where XTC fits in to this event right now.
Yeah.
No one's really sure what their roster's about. We know the names on the roster, but it's not. The interesting thing about competitive teams, especially in esports, I think, is how much. Remember talking about earlier, if you're away for a week, and how different your sense of the game is after that period of time. And if you're away from your team from a week and you come back into it, they've progressed within that week. They've changed the understanding of the game within that week. And now you have to play catch up. And sometimes, especially if you're the rock, if you're the player that normally people look up to, people that they expect you to always be the one that's performing well and leading everybody else. If you're the one coming in now that's a little bit behind in terms of your own understanding of the game, it changes things entirely. So we don't know actually what XTC is about.
It's interesting you say that though, because XD have a pretty interesting position that they find themselves in. So with a little bit of explanation here, XD call themselves a 6-man roster,
Yes.
with Freaky being the rotating player, I guess.
Super sub, if you would.
Yes, but they are actually running this with. So he's a sub by definition.
Yes.
But the team considers to be one of their core players, right?
Yeah.
But they do in fact have a sub this week, anyways, in the form of Ranko. Now Ranko is an interesting character because he's had a history in COD, I believe.
Yes.
Strong ties with Bravado Gaming.
Yeah, he also, I believe he also played for Bravado CS. So, good player. And I think as well, with the addition, with Freaky and him playing together in the team, I know we were having a chat to Devet earlier, and he said the team's looking quite good with both of them in. So they definitely are a wild card, as you know. But I'm not too sure in performance-wise against XTC. I think it's still going to be a tight game.
Yeah.
I mean, you say looking good, or that Devet Ridditz said looking good. So for those who don't know, Ridditz being the MGO owner of XD.
Yes.
His words for this matchup were, his thoughts on it were, xD.eXdee. That's his thoughts on it. I don't think XD will be too happy here. He dumbed it down or
Yes.
made it more polite afterwards.
Yeah.
But that was his first reaction, so we'll see if that rings true. But he also said that he felt that his side was the team that could beat anyone, but could also lose to anyone.
Yeah.
I think that's to be honest, a pretty bold statement to make, because, you know, you could say that about any team. You could say that if you're good on a specific day, if everyone's landing shots, everyone's playing out of their skulls, you know, any team could beat any team. And yeah, saying that, I mean, if that's the case, then we'll see it today, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to see the proof in the actual game. It but also depends on the maps. Like, what we've seen today is how much the game can come down to the map.
Yeah.
Like the last round we saw, I don't think it would have been as bravado dominant if it wasn't on train.
Yeah.
For example, so an Energy probably wouldn't have done as well on a different map, even though they probably would have still won. XD, they banned Cobblestone. I would have actually suspected that they would have picked Cobblestone.
I thought we would see a Cobblestone here, but unfortunately,
Yes.
so
Guys, we're done here.
yeah,
Pack it up. Pack it up.
pack
boys.
it up.
I don't
let's
think
go.
we're seeing Cobblestone this week, this weekend. Doesn't seem like anybody's interested in playing this.
Well,
so
see,
It'll be the grand
fun-
finals. The fifth game will be a cobblestone.
Cobblestone, yeah. Funnily enough, Mirage being in the map pool hasn't been picked or banned.
yeah.
So it's like, you know, that kid nobody wants sort of thing.
But here's the interesting question about these two sides, right?
Yes.
Because as we've mentioned, XT have been a little bit inconsistent. We're not too sure where they stand. They're on uneven ground.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know what they're going to pick, what they like.
No, not
But
at all.
XT are also crazy people, so we
Yes.
don't know what they're like either. So then
Yeah.
there is justification. Us literally just putting our feet up, just
Yeah.
watching it unfold.
And just
'cause
watching it unfold.
Yeah, it's going to be as much of a surprise to anybody watching as it is to us. So I guess this just comes down to one really important thing, panel.
Oh no,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't like this part.
This
I don't.
part
Why don't
sucked.
you like this part?
Because we've been wrong.
Yeah, hasn't been a good day.
I
on this
don't
part.
like being wrong.
Can't we skip this part? The last time we skipped this part, we were right off stream.
We did quite well, yeah,
Yeah.
because we were right off stream. But well, I
Doesn't
was.
count.
I'm
The viewers need to be entertained with your correctness, not
with my
wrongness.
correctness.
I mean,
okay.
what I'm surprised you guys haven't done is just disagreed, because then you get a point, like guaranteed.
If we disagree with you,
Another nuke
That
ban.
doesn't count.
What?
nuke ban again.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see nuke. But
No.
okay, before we get too far down this road, gentlemen, please your predictions for this matchup.
Hey, 16-14 XD.
Damn it, I was going to say that.
I got in there before you, so it's
Well,
So now I have to say 16-13 XTC.
16-13.
so we're going two separate teams here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Right, so
interesting.
finally a point will be given. I mean, I don't know.
So a point should be given. Oh, gosh.
We actually see cash.
One of you will catch up with
Interesting.
Marshmallow.
Yeah.
Potentially tie with goals if you
See,
get the rounds right as well.
Marshmallow got a point and just ran away.
Yeah,
So
that's actually true, but we'll probably see more of Marshmallow in this weekend.
Probably.
Maybe.
So cash.
Yeah.
You know, that's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of places where you can take individual angels, but also, you know, a lot of execution needed to get onto the A side.
Yeah. Getting onto A side. Also, there's a lot of blind spots around cash that if you can exploit, especially around the B side, around the Jeep, you can just hide. And if the players aren't really keeping tabs exactly on everyone else, especially if you get there before T side actually makes a rotation, you can hide there and get a couple of picks off. But we'll see if that actually ends up panning
Yeah,
out. in
I'm
this game.
excited.
Rush squeaky, guys.
Rush squeaky. the 5-man squeaky push.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Interesting, though, to me, Cash, if Mirage is dust 3, then Cash to me
Yes.
is dust 4. Is that fair?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
okay. I mean, in terms of
Popularity.
popularity,
Well,
I
okay,
guess.
yeah.
Yes.
Popularity-wise, yes, then definitely. Yeah.
Then yeah, you could say that.
And Cobblestone is clearly...
Dust zero.
I actually
Dust-
thought we were going to see a lot of, because Cobblestone generally in a best of one format, you see a lot of Cobble, but clearly the teams don't feel the same way here.
Perhaps that's why
Conspiracy.
people are like, well, we see it all the time.
Let's play
everyone
something
knows.
else.
Let's play something
Yeah.
else. Something else that like none of us are comfortable on, and maybe we're a little bit more comfortable than you are, and then we can come out on top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's the second cash we'll see. So
I'm going to give a point for in our little... Is our tournament even... It's not even relevant anymore.
it's
But,
not even
of course, when I say tournament, I mean our game that we're
yes,
playing.
yes.
But I'm going to give a point to the first team that picks Cobblestone.
The
Okay.
first team. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
So that's going to be my thing.
You're going to give a point to the team or the caster that calls it, or the
No,
sorry, the
team.
panel.
I'm going to give the team that picks it.
Okay.
Does the team that picks nuke get 5 points then?
No.
Come on, at least one nuke. Let's just say the team with the guts to
That
pick
is
nuke
its
should
own...
just
Picking
win.
nuke is its own reward.
Picking Nuke is its own reward. I don't know
right.
why you guys like Nuke so much.
Because it's fun. Because it's like
And our observer will suffer.
Oh, that's true.
yeah, the
That's
observer
true.
gets to suffer. The players all suffer. Nobody has fun. So it's fun for us.
Exactly, exactly.
That's a good way to think about it. Okay.
You just become, it's automatic. The moment you sit on the panel, you become sadistic.
Sadistic.
Yeah. Beforehand, everyone here was nice. Oh, so good to see you guys.
Now
Have a
it's
great tournament. And now it's just suffer.
Suffer. Yeah.
Can I say, I really am enjoying these little cutscenes that we're being gifted
Yeah,
with.
it's quite nice. Can you read that on screen at the moment?
It says Rush B.
I think we need to try and get some guys to try and read the writing that's on CS:GO maps.
I feel like that may be dangerous. We
I
don't
feel
know
like
what's there.
all higher ranking, if you're high ranking enough in CSGO, you just automatically understand Russian.
Oh, really?
Like,
yeah.
I know in Dota, the higher MMR you get, the better Russian understanding you get.
I
if you're on
think,
your observers.
in my opinion, if you rush B enough, then you start understanding Russian.
You just become a Russian and you're like, cool guys, it's fine, we got this.
An affinity to vodka and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, getting back on track to this particular matchup, we mentioned we don't know too much about these sides.
Yeah.
Do we know who we expect to have the better aim? Who's more effective at using the utilities? What are we seeing?
So of the games that I've seen recently of both teams, xTc didn't really play that well, but they weren't playing what their full roster, and they had a lot of disconnects. Some rounds they were playing 5v4. It was really strange. And then xD has actually been doing really well, as I've seen them recently. So I don't know who's actually going to show up today, because part of the problem is that there's an xTc that exists, that we know exists, right, that can challenge the ENs and the BVDs of this world. But there's also an xTc which lost to F3 2 days ago. So which xTc are we going to see today? And then there's an xD which can beat, like David was saying, can honestly beat any of the best teams, best team that we have available. But
Well, they took a map off Bravado. Yeah.
they took a map of Bravado, but then we were talking about it. They once lost the game. They were starting 13-2 and then lost.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So we'll see how this goes.
yeah.
Right. Well, we will hand it over to our casters then. Take us through this action. I think this is going to be a good one, guys. Definitely one of the matches of the day, I believe. So take it away, Ryan and Fingers. Have a good one, lads.
You guys are far too kind. Thank you very much. And
you,
welcome
guys.
back, guys, to our casting panel here with me, FPS Fingers, and myself, Ryan Mackay, also known as Ake Parker, whichever day you catch me on. But yeah, I think we're in for an exciting game. xTc versus xD. The knife round is currently happening. So with that said,
Let's get to the game.
let's get to the game. All right, looks like the boys are starting to meet up in the middle. We got a few slashes happening right now, and it's a bloodbath right now. xD taking it. Looks like it's 1 versus 1. And it looks like xD take the knife round. Let's see what they do.
Match going live.
Match restarting. And here we go. Fingers. Thoughts?
Well, my prediction is xTc are going to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm not going to give a score.
But
I'm
I
not
want
gonna
it to be close.
me too, of course. It's lack of casting games that are close.
I just
man.
want an exciting game.
No, me too. Me too.
So moving into B, Terrorists are taking control quite efficiently and effectively.
Panda getting down that bomb for xD. Now it's a retake opportunity for the CTs. However, it's a 3 versus 5 situation. This is not easy. King B, Asterix, Rachno left. This is something tough for them, but I'm pretty sure if they can just get at least 1 or 2 entry points, they can definitely take this. Looks like King has taken out Zin there. Asterix with the other on Viking. One remaining, Rachno. The super sub himself, can he? Unfortunately,
He gets taken out.
he gets taken out in xD. Take the first round.
xTc.
Sorry, did I say xD? I meant xTc.
That's going to be a
Very
bit
confusing.
of a
How
tongue
do you spell
twister,
these?
especially
I
when
don't
we
know.
say them both.
So yeah, just quickly touching on these CT players here. I mean, they've got 2 super subs here, Rachno and I believe it's Asterix. And I think Rachno coming in from a BVD perspective a couple of years ago, so he's still got that mentality and he's got that skill set. I mean, I've seen him, I've played against him.
Yeah.
Amazing, thoughtful player and super sneaky as well and amazing aim. So xTc can't think that this is going to be a walk in the park.
No, not at all. And you know, really, I'm hoping Rachno shares some of that experience with the team.
Fortunately, King getting taken out there by Weisger. Let's call him Eisger.
Well, Rachno's down to 3%.
Rachno down to 3 HP. This is going to be a little tough for him now, only with a P250 in hand. The terrorists quite dominant there with 1 AK, a Galil, and 3 UMPs. They're looking quite strong. If they get that bomb down, then I think that is going to look quite pretty for them in the bank.
And it looks like they're moving towards A, which is a great move if they commit to it now.
Yeah, CT's taking that chance where they're all stacking on B, hoping by some chance that the T's decide to all of a sudden change route towards B. But it doesn't look like they are. They're going to be taking it. They're sussing out things now. And
they're walking into an open site.
Look, it's a 50-50 kind of gamble right now. I think they're going to realize that there is no one in a site, and they're just going to commit to that and plant.
And Asterix is
Asterix
peeking.
is calling it.
He gets taken out by P&D. They're going to get the bomb down.
xTc showing quite a little bit of domination here over xD. xD just need to kind of maybe slow things down. I think we can really start judging them once they get guns.
Yes.
Rachno there, losing that 3 HP that he had, keeping him alive. Spoof remaining. And he gets taken down, and this is a 2-0 to xTc.
So I think, you know, putting so many players on that B site is really a gamble.
Of course.
It's a hope that they push there and then they can possibly take 1 or 2 picks and then use the guns against them to potentially take the
Yeah, I think what they best wanted there was to actually just get a few kills. Like if they could just get a few exit frags or entry frags for that matter, you know, I think things would have been a bit more attractive to them for the next round. But now they're still stuck on a couple of P250s. And xTc is still not dropping anyone, and they've still got their remaining guns and full bank there from the previous round and full utility. Now they're just taking it slow, making sure they don't get rushed. Splitting across the sides. Each side of the map here. Zin on the B side there, watching for that flank. Very smart play there, not letting anyone through. The bomb looks like it's going to be rotating around to A side. I think they'll probably want to commit for an A breach, but I think they're still sussing things out, taking it slow. I think it's very, very good temperamental pace that they're taking it at here. Very smart play. They obviously realize that they probably, you know, without saying too much, but maybe they are feeling a bit more confident as a more synergized team being together a bit longer, you know, as a full 5 stack. But right now we can't count xD out of this just yet. We've got some skillful players. Panda taking that first kill onto King. Now they're making their way over to B site. Looks like they have a 3 stack there. Freaky getting a kill onto Panda. Really well needed kill there. Spoof there showing himself. He's getting quite low, but if he can just keep a little bit tucked away, I'm sure that he can guide in the other team to commit to the site without realizing that there are actually 3 there. The last 3 remaining. Now it's 2 dropped. 1 still left today. Oh. That's Asterix. Asterix is looking like he might just get that sneaky look, and he gets 2.
Oh.
Well done. Now he picks up the gun from one of the players, and unfortunately Turtle takes him down, and that is a 3-0 in favor of xTc.
Sure. And you know, Freaky buying the armor that round. He got 1 kill. They've got enough to buy now, and we're going to really see what they're made of right now.
4th round.
Yeah, 4th round.
This is the moment now. And we're going into that 3-0 xTc.
Smokes over middle by xTc as they make their way, it seems, towards A.
Oh no, it looks like they're taking things quite slow, leaving that flank on A side open. Luckily for them, no one is actually taking advantage of that, tucking themselves away. Know about the sandbags. Viking takes down Asterix. Now it's a 4v5 situation. Not exactly where xD want to be at this time of the round. It's already only a few seconds, 30 seconds into the round, and already they've lost the player. That was quick work there by xTc. King with the AWP. Panda taking down Rachno. Now that wasn't expected. King with the AWP taking down Iceco. These are still a little bit up in the air, both for xD and xTc. This can go either way, but it looks like with the advantages obviously in xTc's round here. Spoof with 1 pick, Freaky with the other onto Zin. xD Freaky taking out Panda. Where are they going to commit to now? The bomb is down inside the B site. It looks like they have to go in xD
take a round.
Take the 4th round. And that was a well-needed round. That was the buy round. Now let's see the cash for xTc. Looks like there's still quite a bit. How are they going to spend their money? Are they going to drop a gun for one of their teammates? Looks like it. They might just get a full buy, a Galil onto Panda. Yeah, they're doing a bit of gun swapping there and some creative accounting.
Yeah, Zin had the 8k bank there, and he's really helped the team out in this round.
The AWP still on King, and for those of you that do know xTc, xD and King himself, he's quite a deadly guy with that. Super fast reactions, very smart player. Viking getting boosted into mid. Rakno smelling something. Does he get the pick? He doesn't, unfortunately. That was really well needed for Rakno. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to. Now Panda taking out Asterix. Now they 2-player deficit. This is really not looking very fortunate for xD. I think they're feeling that this is going to be a B execute. Freaky onto Zin there. Does he get another? Unfortunately, he's smoked out. He's going to pop a flash there. Let's see what he can do with that. Slowing them down slightly. Everyone's scrambling now. They're trying to scramble to get that bomb down.
King's moving up with the AWP in heaven.
Can you get something from there? But it looks like the guys are keeping themselves well tucked away behind cover. Not going to be easy for him to get that pick. They so desperately need one before they decide to move in. Look at Viking and Panda on 8 and 9 HP respectively.
And he gets it.
It's a 3v2 situation. They might just want to consider saving their guns, which I think it looks like they are. Yeah, I think that's probably a smarter move. They might have gone. I think if they realized how low
Viking
King and Panda are, and Turtle on 62 HP, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, guys, we'll give them that round. Okay, we're kind of feeling our way around here. We're getting it. Let's save these big and expensive guns into the next round. Rakno in the camera there, composed.
Yeah, and I really thought that xD were going to take another one there. You know, they won the round, they had their full buy, and xTc just shut them down.
Well, we're moving into the 6th round now, and it's 4-1 in favor of xTc right now. xTc setting the tempo and the pace of this game as T-side. I think they're looking very relaxed. I think their communication is up. They're getting the crossfire. They're looking good.
King with that AWP.
Jeez, I don't even know where that was from. Oh, that was from B-side there. He was holding B. That was really well done. Well needed now. That there leaves xTc in a bit of a tough situation after buying. Oh, the breach through mid. Viking and Icegoat getting those picks on Rakno.
Traded.
Very well traded. Viking though on 14 HP. At least they got some kills to compensate for the amount of HP he's lost.
And he's moving from vents. He's gonna take Asterix in the head.
Oh wow, Viking, so sneaky. But now it's left up to King and Freaky. King with the AWP still. What is he going to do with it? Might consider saving it and getting one more pick. If they get one more pick, I think, onto one of these players. Viking's already on 14 HP. Zin and Turtle.
Freaky's got a really nice angle now. Going to see if King can get the crossfire. And
oh wow! Oh man, I don't know how that happened, but there was something that happened there. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to connect that P250 onto the heads, and Turtle finishing it off onto King, and King losing that AWP. That is a very, very expensive loss right there. And unfortunately for xD, it is 5-1 in favor of xTc.
Yeah, Freaky's really doing well, but it's not enough. And King, he's lost that AWP now.
I think from what we've noticed from these couple of rounds is that they keep losing mid. They might need to consider maybe doing a 3-1-1 stack, 3 mid, 1B, 1A. Panda getting a pick onto Rakno again from mid. Look, granted, he has a P250 in hand only. Spoof now pushing through mid and gets the pick onto Panda. That was well needed. Not deciding to pick up that gun, but rather holding onto mid and falling back slightly. Not overcommitting there. I think they realize that they not exactly have an advantage, but they still in it. They're still in it. Viking holding onto the A long side there. No one's pushing just yet. xD with very inferior weaponry. Obviously, they're not pushing just yet. I mean, they did in the beginning, and that paid off slightly. Now they're just taking it easy, waiting for the calls, waiting for the picks. Looks like xTc is gearing up for an A execute. Molly on point there. Now the team decides to.
Viking creeping up into the A sites.
Yeah, they're taking it very slowly. They know exactly how to play this. They're taking it slow. Turtle with the middle breach there.
Walling over into the side, pushing Oh,
Good sense there from Viking, picking up Spoof, who was on top of the railing, and Turtle pushing through mid and picking off Asterix. This is really, really some showcase that they're putting on for us here. xTc in such a dominating position. Freaky left on car side there by CD Spawn.
pushing out now, and he gets
Oh,
the
wow.
headshots.
Wow.
King pushing up highway now.
Can King maybe pick up that gun? I think Freaky needs to communicate that there was a gun drop there. He sees it. Does he pick it up? It looks like he is going for it. Fortunately, Viking's watching across. Wow.
Viking and Turtle.
This is looking like
closing
a
off.
bit of a one-sided look. I mean, we were saying xTc has had the players together as a five-man.
We're going to
for
see
much
how
longer.
important that synergy is.
It's showing, clearly, it's showing. But look, I mean, with our previous match, I mean, when we were looking at WRG versus
DC.
DC, this, things turned around very quickly.
Yeah.
So maybe we can expect something the same. Look, now XD have bought, except for King.
Pre-empress,
King is unfortunately stuck on a pistol.
Teaser pushing over boost, mollying the sandbags and getting that vent.
But look, they taking control of mid every time, and with almost any game, it's all about mid control, and it's not just in any game like soccer or rugby or anything like that. This is Counter-Strike taking control of the center map there. This is exactly what they're doing. Unfortunately, they are 2 players down now, but that's the risk you take when you start taking over. Rachno with a great kill there onto Turtle. Finally, he's really showing some kills there. This is exactly what xD need, and they do take this round, and this is something that they desperately... Unfortunately, I don't think that they've broken the bank of xTc just yet. Let's take a look at this replay. And here we go. Scores are quite even there across each side. However, the actual deficit scores here for xD is not reflecting the amount of kills that each player's got. So they need to start converting their kills into round wins now.
We've got the double AWP set up with Spoof, holding B.
King with that pick onto Viking there. That was really well needed. I think that was, near mid. So King is holding mid with an AWP, and then we have Spoof with another AWP on B side, which is pretty smart play. Looks like they have 2 riflers in A. xTc completely dominating right now, taking down Spoof. That was a
Freaky
very
needs to hold that
expensive kill.
Panda takes him down, unfortunately.
King waiting very patiently there for any attempt to get onto that platform, and he gets that pick. Such fast reaction there, and was so well needed, taking down Panda. Does he get another? He's waiting patiently there. Zin knows exactly where he is. He's probably communicated that to his team, and guys, just keep back, let's get the bomb down, smoke off. They do need to smoke off. Do they have any smokes in hand? They don't, unfortunately. Just a nade in hand on Turtle. So they have no utility to really work with. They're taking this very slowly. Rachno gets that kill there onto Turtle, and a second onto Zin. This is really looking positive now for xD.
And he's got the utility to slow this down.
Bomber's still not down. Very nervous. Oh, unfortunately, King waiting ever so patiently for them, and they had a molly in hand to flush him out.
Here we got a replay of Turtle. Rachno.
Rachno with 2 excellent kills there. That really was the game-winning play right there for that part. All right, moving into the 10th round. xTc 6-3 ahead. xD slowly pulling this back. Rachno really pulling through there with that 2K. Fortunately, there are a couple of their players, Rachno and Asterix, without any head armor. They've got to be very careful with some of these SMGs coming in from... And Tech9s, wow, look at this. It's a bloodbath, people. They're moving into a site, and Viking playing it so stealthily. They're going to get that bomb down with the cash.
It's a quick plant.
King taking down Viking. We're now set with a 3 versus 2 situation in favor of xD. This is a breach situation. How they're going to do it? They're all coming in from a main side. Freaky getting 1, Panda taking him down, Spoof taking down Panda in exchange, and they managed to get the defuse. At least they got the plant, right?
That was a great retake. They all came from main, and they just made it work.
I don't think they expected that. They were probably expecting someone from car, CT side, but you never know. I mean, that was a very good wraparound there from xTc. I mean, sorry, from XD. Not expecting that 3-man from A main.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Doing the unexpected, paying off.
The AWP is back on King. Where's he going to hold it? He's holding mid again. Looks like they're doing a... Yeah, they holding mid strong there, and they're probably going to have one holding in A once they realize that there's a rotate going on. I think this is much better play, and then they can change it up later. Exactly. Right now, all they need is one in A side to call what they see, and then say, whoa, I need some help back here, please. Need some teammate backup. Nothing called as yet. I need to get taken down. Oh, that is very uncomfortable. Asterix getting taken down by Asker. And xTc capitalizing straight up on the advantage. Now they're going to plant inside of A site there. They've got some smokes down, throwing their mollies. They really are. Spoof pulling in the sneaky. Unfortunately, only gets one kill. Viking taking him down. Freaky and King versus Viking, Isker and Turtle. This is a 2v3 situation. Now a 2v2 situation. Excellent AWPing there from King. Turtle exchanging onto King there. Unfortunate. Freaky now knows where that player is in A main. Gets the pick. Does he know where the second is? I think he has a feeling where he knows his backside. He's running out of time, though.
He's moving quietly.
Oh, play the time.
He gets the read.
It looks like they're playing the time. What does he do? Oh, and he gets it. Very well played there from Viking. He knows exactly how this timer works. Freaky, unfortunately, just not enough time to work there.
You know, I was about to say, you know, they're holding that middle and it's starting to show on the scoreboard, but it just seems xTc turned that one around in the end.
You know, it's often the questions asked whether this is a T map or CT-sided map. But I mean, it's almost with these two teams specifically. I mean, it could be anyone's game. I mean, 4-7 is relatively close, and XD is setting the pace, and they truly are, you know, dictating the pace and the timing of the game, and making XD guess as to, are they going A, are they going B, how many are there? I mean, should we leave one there or three there? How are we going to do this? So it looks like Asterix now is wrapping around. This is the kind of play I like to see. He's kind of using information. Now they're getting a lot of intel there. Rachno onto Isker. Pure exchange trade there. Now it's a 3v4 situation. Freaky, Asterix, Spoof left. Unfortunately, not for Spoof, not realizing. That was very unlucky for Spoof. Not thinking there that counter boost had happened, but it was a good try. Bomber's going down for the tees. This looks like it's most likely going into xTc's favor. Viking getting that kill onto Freaky now. What is Asterix going to do? All he has is a 5-7 in hand, no armor. He might as well get some exit picks if that leads that way. Ooh, he's got to be careful there in terms of that smoke spray there. Very careful. He might just get one pick onto Zin. Let's see if that happens. Unfortunately not. Now I think things are starting to pull away. Excellent kill there. Not expecting that. And it's on the 13th round. 8 rounds to 4. Looks like there's a match paused by Spoof. Good call from he's very good this way in terms of his captaincy style as well. You know, he's got that experience where it's like, whoa, guys, yeah, we were better than this. What's going on? Let's take a slight pause here. Rachno obviously chipping in there. Very experienced player, coming from Bravado a few years ago, coming out of recent sort of retirement. I don't know if 2 years is recent, but Spoof there really knows how to bring it in. He's an excellent character guy that knows as a player, and he knows exactly how to bring in the team. So I'm very excited to see how after this pause how they take it around. Look, it's very difficult. I mean, look at their bank. I mean, we've got Freaky with 4-2, Rachno 4K, Asterix 4K, King 6-5. Maybe he gets an AWP. So they need to decide now: are they going to go AWP with maybe 1 or 2 pharmacists? Looks like they are buying some Kevlar, no helmet. There's an M4 on Asterix. There we go. There's the AWP onto King.
Yeah. So the spin goes up 15,000, 20,000, and yep.
xTc with very comfortably there with full utility. If we take a look at the two shining players from xTc, we have Viking and Panda really moving up there with the double digits, and we got Freaky and King for XD also in the double digits there carrying their team. But things are rather, it's very strange because I mean a lot of the players are you know 1 for 1. If we had to look at side by side, they're very equal in terms of their kills and deaths. But 100%. The scoreboard doesn't reflect that.
And then I'm not sure about the armor, the head armor helmet buys for xD with the AKs, but
A lot of mollies going down. Looks like they are committing straight up. King with the AWP there onto Isker. Viking exchanging onto King. This is really, really looking good for xTc. They are in the side and they are planning. It's a 4 versus 3. However, Turtle's on 6 HP. He's just going to keep himself tucked away. It looks like they're in A main.
Ragna's pushing up. He's hoping to take the sites.
Jeez, they might need to consider. If they don't get a pick now, they need to consider falling back. But it looks like they are going for it. Time is ticking. What are they going to do? I think xTc are well to position. They're going for it.
And Viking, oh, he takes Freaky out.
That's it. I think Rakno gets a great pick there, but is he gonna get the pick and just fall back? And unfortunately, Viking does take him down.
MVP.
Right there. Well done. 9-4 in favor of xTc. We're moving into the 14th round, it looks like. And things are looking really, really positive for xTc right now.
How does a team deal with the frustration of having a pause and then...
Well, look, yeah, that's a good point. Very good point. They just had a pause.
What do we do now?
What do we do now? Now they're saving. Now it's like, okay, guys, well, almost. Whatever they discussed, we don't know. But maybe they felt like it was kind of close. They just got overrun in A sides. Now they're getting overrun in B sides. Zin and Turtle taking down Spoof and Freaky. Now it's a 3v5 situation. Very uncomfortable position. Look, granted, it is a save round for them. They have got P250s. So they're probably just going to look for some exits now. Rakno trying to get some exits from behind you, but he's going to have to wait very, very patiently for anyone to come towards T-spawn. Asterix in the vents, and he's been spotted, unfortunately. He's going to be moving back. And yeah, looks like it's going to be 10 in the bag for xTc. And I'm sure they'd be happy for an 11-4. xD can only hope for a 10-4 or 5-10. They need to get one more round, which should be enough.
You know,
hopefully should be enough.
It's interesting how they're alternating A and B. You know, they're continually keeping xD guessing. And
Keeping
that's
a
important.
split, yeah.
They're unpredictable and they're powering 10-4 and they may even get 11.
Look, I think it goes to show, like, they haven't put in enough time, I think, to practice the what-ifs, you know? Okay, guys, what if we lose A? How are we going to take it back? Whose role is what? Where are the positions? Where are the angles that you look, I throw smoke, you throw a flash? What is our timing? Rakno picking up Turtle there. Really well needed there from him. He's down to 46 HP, but definitely enough to work with there. At least he's alive and he still has his M4.
Zin dropping the bomb.
Quite a stack there on A side. Looks like they've got 3 holding there, and they're reading this pretty well.
Taking it slow.
Spoof with the AWP. Very patient. I think they really need this round. They need this round in order to I think be competitive in the next.
Yeah.
Or second half at least. Isker edging closer and closer, seeing what he can maybe pick up. He's not overcommitting. King with a great pickup there onto Viking, who boosted in mid. Unfortunately, that didn't work out well for
Battle of the
Vikings.
Kings.
Battle of the Kings, the Viking and the King. King B.
Panda taking a lot of damage.
xTc moving into A site here, it looks like, and unfortunately they are just not getting those shots off. Isker on 10 HP, Panda on 12. I'd be very interested to see Isker getting that pick onto Asterix.
Well, they're all
this
so
is very
low.
interesting. Look at the HP on all of the players. Every single one of them are sub 20 HP, except for King, 23. Wow.
No clutch.
If that was a round they needed,
Panda.
that was a round that they needed right there. So 10-5 in favor of XT, now swapping sides. I think they're in high spirits. I think they were like, okay, guys, if we can get this, we can take them into the next half.
Yeah.
Now they tease. I'd be very interested to see. Now this is, I think, where Spoof is really gonna start to shine. Is guiding his team as to, you know, the timing and the positioning and the faking and so on between the different sites and
he needs to. He
You know,
really needs to pull it up now.
I think one thing's for certain is that they need to fake information and gain information. They need to play bounce between the sides. Cash is it's like a pinball map. I've always thought of it like that. Like, it's like, okay, you've seen the bomb A, no problem. Okay, well, now you don't anymore, and now the bomb is all of a sudden at B. So which side do you go? Keep them guessing. We've got to keep that guessing work.
And they're guessing it's A. They've stacked 4 in A.
Jeez, I wonder if this is going to work out for them. This would be amazing for them if they do. They need it.
Booth moving out.
This isn't going to be good for XD, but if they can get those entry picks, they just need those entry picks. Fingers. Oh, wow, spotted. Isker spotted there. At least one. And now Freaky taking down xTc. I mean, Isker.
King moves out. Gets taken out by Viking. Freaky takes out Fight.
Quite an exchange now. 3 versus 3 situation. They know exactly where Turtle is. They just need... Oh, Turtle taking some shots there and messes up his smoke. I don't know how big the deal that's going to be, but I'm sure he would have liked that smoke rather in place where he wanted it. Ragnar getting that kill. This looks like it might just be going their way. 3 versus 1 situation now. No. 2 versus 1, and Asterix is on 4 HP.
Turtle can do it. They're both low. But Asterix needs to peek him now, and he takes it.
Wow. They needed that. I'm sure they're going to be super, super happy that they picked up that round. All right, now I'm sure that their confidence is up, and I think Ragnar going straight in for the AK. This is good. They shouldn't all... Okay, good. King has got a Mac-10 there. Freaky... both and Spoof with SMGs. I think this is going to be fast-paced. They got the hard-hitting AKs behind Ragnar and Asterix. I think this is a good little mix of weaponry and some utility they got there. Not too much. They, keep the guns out rather than flash here, smoke there. Not, it slows things down. They need to keep it fast-paced.
Exactly. And, with xTc forcing those AKs against rip those helmets right off.
Yeah, man. Turtle up on the box there. I think he does spot a little bit of activity there. No one at B. No one at B. They don't. XD don't know this just yet, but that's okay.
And Spoof threw a decoy. Is that a decoy? Yeah.
No, it looks like they all.
And it worked.
Back. No, it worked perfectly.
It worked so well.
Look, it was a gamble from xTc's side. I mean, they still got all 5 players alive, but it's a gamble, and it's going to be paying off for XD.
If they can just creep into that B, they
haven't got enough info. They haven't got enough info yet to really make a call. Is to say, well, guys, there's no one in B.
And now the CTs are moving.
CTs are moving behind. They've got all the info. They think, oh, guys, it's definitely no one's here. Let's go. Let's push behind them. If they get caught off guard, this will be a major, major disappointment for XD.
But they're going right through middle.
Wow. Look how
slow right past
these
the CT spawn.
I think it's confirmed that no one's wall hacking right now.
Very sneaky. Sneaky maneuver by
taking
XD.
This very easy.
And they're.
I think they're gonna.
Ragnar's
they're gonna realize
corners.
no one's here. No one's here.
He's looking.
Watch.
Every corner.
As soon as guys, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
It's clear.
It's clear. Let's go. Get that bomb down. As soon as the bomb down, watch the CTs are gonna be moving straight away. There we go. Are they just gonna remain where they are?
All right. So.
All right.
They don't want to retake with
look,
flash
they have.
one smoke.
Okay, fair enough. They do have armor and pistols. They're gonna save them to the next round. Okay, fair enough. I think rather stick together. So they're going to be staying where they are. Fair enough. I think that's a good call. Very good call. XD securing this round. I think they're going to be very happy. And they themselves obviously don't want to drop any players with the guns in hand. They need to take them into the next round. They need pretty much every cent they can get so that they have as much as they can for the next rounds. A little bit of smiles there from xTc. I think they're in a very comfortable position, and they're good there. Obviously, there's some smiles from XD. I think they were very comfortable with that one round win there. I think that is going to be lifting up their spirits, and I think getting that blood rushing and thinking, guys, we got this. It's now 7-10. So things are looking up for XD.
Now we have the split of CTs, 3 going A, 2 B. We have Spoof moving into A main.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
push from Panda, getting onto Spoof there. Headshot. He's going to continue pushing. King is not falling straight into that, and he falls down to Panda. Headshot again with that 5-7.
Asterix is flanking from the side.
Oh, wow. This
Freaky.
Is looking really Asterix. Wow. So now it's a 3v3 situation.
Freaky gets the bomb down.
2v3 now. Wow. At least the bomb is down, and now they just need to play it. Oh, wow. Keep your gun out, Freaky.
Now Zin
almost
moves
there.
In.
Oh, excellent headshot there from Asterix. Well needed there. Insta kill. They just got to play their time and keep the angles, which they're doing. Asterix with another pick onto Isker. Zin looking for the headshot pick there, and he gets one. Does he get the second? He doesn't. Wow. xD pulling this back slowly but surely. Wow.
Great headshot from Freaky at the end there.
xD have got money to buy. They are committing some of them. Do they all commit? Yes.
They're going to buy.
There's the third M4. There's the fourth Farmus and the fifth with an M4. Okay, good. And yeah, they're looking solid. I think both teams, this is going to be a very, very interesting round. Whichever team, or I think more specifically xTc, if xTc lose this round, Turtle onto King there, excellent play there. If xTc lose this round, they're going to be broke.
Yeah.
So really good pickup there on King B.
Spoof just looking for information in A. May even open the door.
I think Spoof is going to be happy that King got picked there.
Oh,
So
and
they've lost.
Rakno takes an AWP and Turtle in mid.
That was really good. Now they at least, I was about to say they just lost mid control, and now I think they've kind of gained a little bit back. They haven't got full control, obviously, but at least they got a pick there. Now it's a 4-4 situation. AWP still in hand.
Freaky
for
trying to
Rakno.
sell it to B. I'm thinking they're going A.
Freaky alone holding that B.
He's keeping 3 at B. He's
three
keeping all
at B. This is very interesting. And there's no one at A. No one at A, Fingers.
I know, and the patient Spoof just hides behind that squeaky door waiting.
Oh, wow. Asterix has spotted one at least in vents. Keeping A open.
I do like that mid to late boost. It's just a bit unpredictable. Now we have Panda holding the site on his lonesome. And Spoof
Panda
is
now
going to be
calling
the man.
early. Can he hold off on his own here until it's going to take at least 10, 15 seconds for his teammate to rotate into the A site?
He can hold this angle. He can do this. We've got guys coming up from
That's
highway.
one.
He gets it.
Does he get the second? He does.
No.
Oh, almost. And they were almost lined up for him there. Isker getting
No,
the
it's up
pick
to
onto
Freaky.
Spoof. Do it. He gets the one.
He gets
Gets
two.
the second. Does he know where the third is? I think he might have seen him through the smoke there. Time's running out. He needs to get that kill.
Clutch hype 2,
Time,
1.
time. Oh, unfortunately.
And Zin ends his life.
Jeez, that was very unfortunately and very well timed there from xTc. I mean, they managed to get the kill after the time had gone. So very expensive there.
That was a good hold, unexpected. They rotated really quickly. And it
They
was
did,
that
that's
it
good.
was that rotation up highway that made all the difference.
Totally. But unfortunately, xTc got that right. Well, unfortunately, when I say unfortunately, I always mean for the opposite. Fortunately for xD, they weren't able
Oh,
to
they are
get
rushing
that.
B. They're moving in with Tech 9. Zin holds it, killing King B. Rakno gets taken
This
out
is
by
like
Viking.
a slap for slap here. Each player taking it down now. Now it's a 3v4 situation. They have the bomb down. Viking on his own there. He needs his teammates back up straight up. Spoof a little bit further back, and he's going to wrap his way around.
Oh, and Viking takes him.
2v3 sit now, 1v3
From behind.
situation. Bomb is down, he's going to leave it. They got the bomb down, they got the cash. I'm not sure if they're going to be exactly ecstatic about that, but they'll be happy they got the bomb down. But fortunately for xD, it's another round
xTc are
closer
pulling
for
forward.
xTc. I'm getting like tongue twisted here with these xTc and xDs. And
Yeah.
Jeez, like, really? But it's all good, it's all good.
xEDCT.
xEDCT. What? DC versus xTc. Jeez. Anyway, back to xD versus xTc. xTc with the commanding lead at the moment, 12-8 on the
Spoof
21st
flashing
round.
over, they're going for a quick boost, and they get mollied out. They smoke the molly, and Rakno, nope, falling back.
King is holding that angle on B. If he's lucky enough, oh, he sees a smoke. Unfortunately, he's going to be blocked there. Does he get that? He doesn't even spam it. Doesn't even spam it.
King B's waiting for that pick.
xTc pulling up the sneaky
Anyone
vent
pushing?
push. Yeah, now they know.
He knows, he's going to wait.
Not revealing his situation just yet. Rakno knows that there's someone in vents.
Oh, and Viking gets naded down to 51 in the vents. And there's Spoof by his favorite squeaky door.
This would be a very big deal for xD to take this round. They need to take this round. And it looks like Spoof is getting his team ready there for the A breach. Him and Squeaky Door. Isker now is calling for his teammates back up.
Oh,
And wow, just an exchange.
chase.
Rakno getting a 2k. He's really pulling it in for his team this time on 9 HP, but he did get the 2k. Bomber's going down for xD.
Turtle rotating from highway. He just misses getting naded there.
Looks like we have one teammate. Unfortunately, no one wrapping up from
Freaky
behind.
takes him out. Freaky kills Viking.
It's a 3v1. Zin is probably going to decide to save his gun. Definitely smarter move. They are ahead. They just need to keep what they got. I'm sure they have a bit of bank in the following round to carry forward to the next.
Yeah.
But
Panda.
now xD looking really solid now with the AK, with the 2 AKs and the AWP in hand still. Plus the bomb plant.
Yeah.
Things are looking good.
He's going to be in a good spot. Look, Panda's got just over 4K. Zin's got 1.6, including a gun, so they should be able to buy. Whether they will or not is the question.
Look at this replay. Here's Freaky getting his 2 or 3K. I think it was a 2K. 1 and the 2 straight through the smoke. Really well played. Such good intuition right there.
Great spray control.
Looks like we have a pause here from xTc. Probably a good time. Good time.
Yeah, these next rounds are going to be make or break.
Let's take a look at their cash. They are so low. They have 1 M4 in the hands of Zin there, and the rest of the team is all sub 3K. Panda's got 5.7, but what are you going to do that? It's like, are you going to buy 2 UMPs and, I don't know, against all those AKs?
Yeah.
And the infamous Spoof with his P90. I wonder if he's going to get aggressive and creative with that in the next round. Be interesting to see. Bloody P90, eh?
It can really wreck somebody's day.
I've been on the receiving end of that.
You know, Counter-Strike is such a simple game.
Yeah.
On the surface.
Yeah.
And then you get killed by a P90.
Yeah. It's like, got the angle, got the speed. Next thing P90 and you got 50 bullets coming your way.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, CSG is simply when 5 Ts try to plant the B and 5 CTs try to get the D. It all happens at either A or B, and the winners get the GG. That's a little CS poem for you.
Very good. Did you write that yourself?
May have been sent to me on Twitter.
Oh.
I can't give credit.
So you can't take credit for it?
No.
Would you mind saying that again? I didn't catch that from the beginning.
All right. CSG is simply when 5 Ts try to plant the B, and 5 CTs try to get the D. Not that D. It all happens at either A or B, and the winners get the GG.
Very good. Well, here we have XD
and XTC.
and xTc trying to get the GG.
A Spoof goes to his favorite
Spoof
squeaky
P90. What's he going to do with it?
Freaky gets the kill on
Freaky.
Zin.
Very well done from Freaky there. So well needed. Now it looks like they are ahead. Freaky a little bit down on HP there, down to 22. But they still are ahead, 1 man. Spoof, what is he going to do with that P90?
Oh, he just loves that squeaky door.
He does love that squeaky door. That is his spot.
King
with
B,
P90.
he's watching with that AWP. If Viking
King B-
peeks, oh, he doesn't get it.
Does he not
But
even
now
get
he's going to molly it, and
This is the time for Spoof to move out. Is that it's Molly?
Yeah.
Is he going to move out? Oh, not yet. Maybe.
but Viking's holding that angle.
They're suspecting where he is.
Rachno takes out the lurk.
Seriously, Rachno is doing very well.
And
How
now
many kills is that guy on now? He's doing really well there.
18.
Very good.
MVP is Freaky.
Yeah, very good. Looks like Rachno now is taking it around to B, and I think he's called it for his team to say, hey boys, this place is clear.
Ooh,
Turtle now calling his teammates over. Does he see the bomb? I think he does now, and there should be a rotation. Freaky coming from behind and taking out Panda. Rachno taking out Turtle. This is not looking good for xTc. Viking's going to probably see what he can do here. He has only a P250, no armor, 49 HP. And he's going to save the P250. That's awesome.
Well, luckily xTc does have a bit of bank. So they will be able to buy on the back of this, I think.
Well, hopefully. They need this round. Okay, well, they're going to take it then to 10-12.
And Asterix closes it off.
Well, Spoof with that. Spoof with that
Oh,
P90. Well, at least he gets that. So now Spoof is on 8 kills there. Equal to Asterix. The 2 shiners are Freaky and Rachno. Really pulling it up for the team there. I think they're doing exceptionally well.
Freaky's
And
crosshair placement is just phenomenal, whether it's behind a smoke or just breaching into the A from main.
very good control, indeed. xTc, I think now, are feeling a little bit of pressure. They have board up. 2 pharmacists on the field.
Turtle gets taken out by Rachno, boosted. Viking trades Rachno. Zin takes out Freaky.
It's very strange. I mean, Rachno in an earlier interview was like, well, he's like a support player. He likes to say he's a support, but in this game, he is completely opening up the game for the team.
He really is making the plays, and Panda takes 2K.
Panda there. King with an egg, with an AWP there. Wow. Getting that kill onto Panda.
With the Tech 9.
He's got a lot of time. He just needs to take this time, get one more pick, and then it's a 1v2 situation. Right now, it's a 1v3. I don't know if he realizes how much HP Zin is on. He's going to come behind.
Zin is coming from behind, and he's sneaking all the way around.
I think King, if he doesn't get a pick in the next 20 seconds, I think he's going to probably consider saving this gun.
I think he's really trying.
Maybe he goes for it. Like, let's see. So when I said that, it was at 1 minute. If by 40 seconds he hasn't got a pick, he might just decide to slow down there by a flash.
I think Zin should be moving. It's hard to say.
It's very difficult moving in there when you haven't got that information. And I don't think the other team will give him that information that he wants so bad.
King peeking out,
he just
checking
wants
car.
to peek. He just wants to see someone. If he just sees someone, he'll get that kill.
This is dangerous.
He's moving in. Take 9.
He can take Viking out with that. Viking's low.
Oh, and yes.
Does he get the
very well played there by... Here's the 2K from Panda.
Did he
Oh, King, sorry, that was after, and then King gets that. Well, legs him with the AWP and then finishes him off with the Tech 9. Wow, 13-10 in favor of xTc.
Oh, man. I'm loving the slow-mos in this.
Loving the slow-mos in this.
The stream.
Zin's got to be careful.
King smokes it out. Let's prevent a push out from xTc.
I'm liking the way xTc are holding this map at the moment. They are taking control of mid. They know that mid is crucial to holding. Wow, bit of a spin-off there in the head to King through the smoke. That was Zin, I believe. Well done. Down to 23 HP. King is not happy about that, I'm sure. It's very difficult to always play it very in the beginning of the round like it is now. Just over a minute.
You know, the 24th round, we're blessed with another close game.
It's very close.
And it's a goodie.
I mean, I wanted to predict, rounds, but this one I was like, nah, I'm not doing that this time.
So it's interesting. How Vikings chilling in the vents, and Spoof is loving that squeaky. A little bit predictable from both of them.
King seeing what he can find. Oh, and he gets burnt.
No.
That was so unlucky.
But he was dinked.
He was dinked.
And that is...
And he was moving just a little too close for comfort there.
xTc.
Panda and Iceberg getting those kills. Viking cleaning it up now. Now this is almost looking like it's falling apart for XD.
Sure.
Look at those talks. Rachno definitely having a word in there with the team.
And they're forcing. They've got it now, right?
Well, I suppose if they don't want to take it into overtime, then yeah. Looks like they are buying up. Freaky with the AK. Rachno with P250 and some armor. This is a very, very uncomfortable situation for XD now. xTc just need to hold on, take it patiently, not make the mistakes. Wow, Freaky's going straight through the flame there.
Takes damage down to 22 HP.
I don't know if that was worth it.
He took a nade and a molly there.
Not sure if that was worth it at all, but
yeah.
Time will tell.
Depends. He's got the position now. Can he hold it? So the rest can move up through main. Well, he's got that intel.
Panda knows that Freaky pushed through mid because it was called by Iska.
Very close AWP shot there on Rack.
Oh, Panda knew something was up there, and he manages to catch Freaky out straight into the head there. Not that he needed the headshot to kill him, but wow, finishing him off solidly there.
Rack, no, picking up that molly and deciding to use it.
This is not looking good.
Taking the B.
XD, 2 players down now. Oh, just taking so much damage. Looks like they're committing, and xTc are completely all over the map, and they just know every single play that XD are playing right now. Doesn't look like I have that cohesion that xTc have at the moment, and it's really showing. And I think...
Is he saving his armor?
Without speaking too soon, I think the stronger team is coming out on top at the moment. Maybe.
It is as predicted, but
Rachno with an AK. No.
It's still been a great game.
It has been a good game. It has been. It's been great casting with you. It's been a pleasure, actually. Great games. Loving the games. Loving the games right now. Rachno saving. 16 HP. I wonder if the other guys are going to... This is what I don't understand. These guys are so far ahead. I mean, and surely they have money for the next round. We'll see next round when the cash stats come up, but there's no reason why they shouldn't have just gone off in pairs and hunted him down.
Yeah,
why leave them that? Yeah, they've got plenty of cash in the bank. They could have hunted him down. Why not? But anyway, we're not playing. They are.
Yeah. Rachno
And
has
it is
arm
there.
in it.
Yeah.
And an AK.
And this is match point right now. BO1. xTc just need this round to close it off. xD need to bring it up 5 rounds in order just to get to that 15-all score.
Looks like they're committing to B. They're moving in. Freaky with the Tech 9. Enters. Gets taken out by Zin.
This is done. 2K there from xTc. That's a 3v5 situation. Zin taken down by Rachno. Rachno moving in. He knows he needs to close this right now while they have the time. Viking moving slightly backward, not wanting to die, waiting for his team.
Oh.
Taking down Rachno through the smoke. What a great spray through there. Bomb is down for XD.
It's all up to Asterix and King B. Can they hold this
2
bomb?
versus 4. This is very difficult. Viking.
Oh,
is
Asterix
15
gets a
HP.
2K headshot.
Wow.
Oh, he
And
gets
a
a
third.
3K.
This is so, wow.
What?
Look at that.
The
This is something they are
unexpected
so happy. I don't think they expected that. but
Cost is cursed, Ryan.
Cost
You
is
said it
cursed.
was over?
I did. No, I said, am I not talking? Maybe I did.
Yeah, you did. You
I did.
Said it was
I don't
this
mind
is
being
not
wrong, man. I'm happy for these guys. They brought. Look how happy they are right now. They are like, yeah, boys, we are back.
Oh, it's just getting a little bit
XD taking an unexpected round there, being 2 players down and actually taking the round at the end with the bomb plant. I'm sure they're very happy. Now they are moving straight up onto B again. Are they? Have they figured xTc out? Oh, there's a Zin. Oh, this is just chaos right now. Viking getting a 2K. Freaky getting the return there on Isker. 2v2 situation. Wow, things are a little close for comfort. I think Spoof is going to slow things down. Yeah, he's going to be taking it back to A side.
It's a 2v2.
Splitting them up. This is really clear. This is exactly how you need to handle the situation.
Yeah. As T's, make sure you just rotate. I mean, they have to now cover both sides.
That's it. They're going to be split up. 2v1 situation. Doesn't matter how they do it, unless they gambled and said,
Oh, turtle flashes. He gets Freaky. And now?
Wow, Spoof.
It's really up to Spoof.
Knows the bomb is down.
The squeaky pro.
Oh, and that's it, guys.
And he spotted him.
There we have it. All the fist pumps. I'm sure they are super stoked around that.
I'm pumped for xTc. That was
Very pumped. Wow.
that was a good game.
Rachno deliberating. Team is like, guys, we did okay. I think they did they did okay, man.
I hope the viewers enjoyed that as much as we did.
I
I'm
did.
sure the chat was going a little.
Rachno contemplating there. I think they are obviously a little disappointed. No one likes losing. But I mean, I think now, what does that make them now? This means that they go into the loser bracket. They're going to play against what, DC?
So 16.
And we're back.
11.
Welcome. Thank you. That was an amazing game. Jeez.
Another one.
I expected xTc to take that, which they did. I wasn't expecting maybe that a closer, but I don't know. I think it is what it is. And the better team came out on top, and I think xTc showed that they are here to compete.
Yeah, I mean, I called it, 16-11.
Did you call 16-11?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Let's wrap
Well, look,
it
I
up.
think that with us there, I mean, that was really fun. Let's hear what the panels have to say. So back to you guys.
Thanks very much, gents. I want to point out first and foremost that something magical has happened.
Yeah.
Something
A
truly...
miracle.
A miracle, one might say.
Yeah.
And a miracle that Recall has absolutely nothing to do with. Snare has a point.
The first one of the day.
Listen, he didn't even get the prediction right. You said 16-12.
That's for the bonus point, Recall. Don't
I
be a
mean,
sore loser.
No
one
round
likes a
off.
sore loser.
One round off.
It's one round too many.
No,
One point.
One round too many.
1 point. Well, I did figure out the formula, right? I think you were right before because you said that we kept agreeing and both getting it wrong. The key is disagree with him. Yeah.
Disagree with
If
me.
I
and
disagree
you'll
with
get the-
Recall,
Because
then
you've
I'm good.
basically just been agreeing with him every time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So basically, Recall, you're minus a point now.
Yeah.
You're now on
minus
negative one, and Snare is on
one.
one.
It's like I got
Bringing down the panel. Unbelievable.
Even worse.
So we have a
lovely
lot to talk
stuff.
about. It was a really good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start things out at the very beginning. I want to talk about Freaky's 3K very early on.
Yeah, look, XD were down, and Freaky came out with an amazing 3K. And it looked like that was the point where they started building rounds on the board. It wasn't at half, I don't think, that they expected, 10-5. I mean, I'd like to see, always on cash, I'd like to see a 9-6 or an 8-7.
Yeah.
As closest to, I mean, obviously every team wants to be ahead, but I think that cash in particular, you're looking for that 9-6, 8-7.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to, because Cash is not one of those maps that's particularly dominant by one side.
Yeah.
It's very hard to, you can't be like, it's not like playing on Inferno where you're like, guys, we're playing on CT, we're 10-5 down, whatever, we'll be on T just now, and we can dominate now.
Exactly.
So it's always very close, always very difficult. So you, like you said, first half you want to get it as close to even as possible.
Yeah.
There is another player that I actually want to highlight from the first half. Freaky did an amazing job, but King B, I think it was round 7 when he picked up his AWP,
Yeah.
and he spent 4 rounds not dying, putting in a lot of work. I think most of the round wins came off the back of that AWP initially.
Yeah.
And then they actually started losing as soon as he lost it. So that's
Yeah,
something they
unfortunately.
probably have to think about. Like, okay, how do we ensure that King B actually is able to have the range? Always make sure that there's somebody covering him on the back line and that we don't just rely purely on Freaky to pull out 3K, like a 3K every round to save it when things go south.
It's good to see, though, that the teams are building off their teammates' success. I mean, it's not the first time today that we've seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think it was Sin got the 2 3Ks back to back.
Yeah.
And his team started building rounds. You know, it's things like that where the teams just pick up on their teammates' success and start playing well. I actually want to talk about that asterisk 3K on the
In time.
in time. Okay.
Precious.
I'm excited.
I mean, I'm sure we all are, but we need a moment. So that's right at the end, really.
Oh yeah, true story.
Because I think one thing is, I mean, you mentioned some the players' performances, but
Yeah.
I think we'd all agree that at the early stages, it was really King B and Freaky that were the ones keeping the hopes and dreams alive for their side.
Yeah.
But towards the end, it was Freaky and Rachno, actually.
Yes, Freaky and Rachno did pull out big there for the team. Rachno obviously being the sub or the stand-in, and yeah, he did well. He did well for the team that he played for.
One interesting thing I think that the interesting about XTC is if we were to look at the scoreboard, right, a lot of their players had a lot of kills, right, but I can't highlight a single player and say he's the reason they won or he's the reason. They were just a well-oiled machine. They kept together a lot of the time. Like we can easily imagine if XD didn't have Freaky or like Freaky's performances in the early game, right, it would have been much worse for them. I think XTC could have changed anybody and it would have been fine. Their team chemistry just seemed super on point today.
Well, it's always nice to see a team where there isn't one person just carrying per se. It's the whole team putting the effort in, and it's the whole team making sure that their team gets that victory.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. If Freaky didn't get the kills, the 3K, then it would have been a lot more disappointing on their behalf, I think. But yeah, it's nice to see that the whole team's putting in the effort.
Right. So I have a quick question for our audience and for you, Recall.
Yes.
To you, Recall, it is, how badly do you want to talk about Asterix's 3K?
I mean, it was a lined-up double headshot.
I mean, I feel like you're talking about it right now. I feel like we're just discussing how badly do you want to.
Okay. I mean, I guess. Either way.
Are you trying to play hard here?
Cool.
And to our audience, how
Hard to get.
badly would you like to know who won the next prize? Well, you can't answer. But I'm sure you want to know quite badly. Unfortunately, though, you're going to have to wait till after the break. See that. Yeah, good.
Building
good.
suspense.
Yeah, building the suspense. Now you
Building
have
the
to come back. So we'll be back in not too long. At 4:30 will be our next match. Energy versus White Rabbit game. We will still chat a little bit about the previous matchup as well. I think it deserves that. And then lead into what is hopefully going to be something of some serious interest. I think also specifically since WG seemed a little bit, I wouldn't say untested is the right word, but was their performance a fluke, or did DC play poorly? Where do they really stand? Those questions will be answered soon. So until then, guys, enjoy. Get yourself a cup of coffee because there's still a lot of CSGO ahead of us. We'll see you in a little while.